that thing is back, and it's higher up and moved further back. And it might be that it's intelligent, or the person who's controlling it can see what I was doing, because I totally forgot about it. My dog made a huge mess, dug holes, tore all kinds of stuff that I had nice and neat stacked up in like shade cloths and blankets and things that I had all folded up sitting on a papasan chair out there. Took it and pulled it all over the ground, dug holes, laid on it, just made a huge mess. And until I moved him, I wasn't going to clean up the mess again, because every time I would clean it up, 5 minutes later, he'd do it again. So, and he was misplaced out of his normal place because of all the vandalism and crap we've been dealing with on the property. And so his pen, his kennel, has to be repaired, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So every time we've had to move the animals to another location, they're tearing up those other locations because they're not their normal homes. It's not built or designed to contain animals. It's just you have to put them somewhere, especially since we have a lot of coyotes out here. But anyway, long story short is, I had forgot. I was cleaning up the mess and filling in the holes and totally wasn't even thinking about this thing. So where it was before, it was only maybe about 4 feet off the ground, and maybe about 10 to somewhere between 10 and 15 feet behind my trailer. Well, I was all in that space just minutes ago. And so it raised up higher and backed up. And that's my fault, because I forgot about it. And the dog was barking his face off. And I'm like, what is your issue? Why do you keep barking at me while I'm trying to work? You know, it's me. He probably saw this thing closer to me than he felt comfortable with and was having a hissy fit about it. It never dawned on me. It never crossed my mind for a minute. I just wanted to clean up the mess because it looked a terrible mess. And then about right before it got dark, a military helicopter did a real low, slow fly directly over my trailer. Flyover. And I'm thinking, perhaps they saw the video and was looking for the object. I don't know. But the bottom line is that area couldn't have been a bigger mess than it was. We already have messes all over the property because of the vandalism. They kept tearing things apart and tearing things down and trashing everything, dumping everything out, throwing everything everywhere. And after a point of cleaning it up and then turn right around the next day, cleaning it up again, I just left things as they are until I can close off every different area and where they can't get in anymore. Until it's fenced off, it's no point in cleaning up again, because 5 minutes later, it's going to be right back all over the ground and thrown everywhere, because the vandals are just being assholes. And I'm an older person. I have limited energy. My back can only do so much and will only do so much. So to keep putting such a harsh demand on it unnecessarily, when it's not going to even last a day, 2 days before it's right back to looking like squalor again. So as I'm getting the different areas fenced off and locked and closed up where they can't get into those areas, then I can clean it up and make it nice and neat and look decent and civilized and all that. But in the meanwhile, it's just a waste of energy. But I'm still human. I'm still a person who doesn't want my house to look trashed and a total mess, especially when other people are flying over and taking pictures and, trying to look at everything that's on your property. That's uncomfortable. So I wanted to clean up the mess from the dog because I had already moved him. I had just moved him earlier today. I rotated them all, which I do on a regular basis, especially since they're not near normal living situations. But look at this thing sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. It's the coolest thing I've ever seen. It's like having a little private fireworks show. It's really cool looking. I have no idea what it is, though. Now, further back where those lights and things are, we have an airport. There's a field behind our property, which is probably about maybe 80 acres-ish. And then just on the other side of it is an airport. And so they have runways and lights. You never can see them from here, so I don't think that long line of light has anything to do with that, because I can show you videos, 4 years of videos, and I've never seen that before. So I don't know what that long line of light is. I've never seen it before. But then again, that ball of light I've never seen before either. Or a twinkling ball. So I'm clueless to what's going on. It's really cool looking. I may have almost walked into it or got all in its way by accident without even thinking, because again, I totally forgot about it. But it raised itself up higher and backed up about another, I don't know, 20, 30 feet. And where before it was down here, this level, near the fences and stuff, which is only about 4 feet off the ground, now it's well over my head. The trailer is like 10 feet tall from top to bottom, and it's higher than the trailer, so it's definitely higher up. But if anybody's ever seen any phenomena like this, is this something naturally occurring? I guess it's nighttime, so it can't be a sunspot, which I don't even know what those look like either, but sometimes some of the movement of it kind of reminds me of, I don't know if you've ever looked at videos of solar flares, but that kind of looks a little bit like some of the videos I've seen. But I'm clueless. It's back. It's here again today. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to, because the night before I wasn't here. I spent the night somewhere else. I'm going to go back and look at the footage and see, when did this thing actually arrive? When did it first start coming here? And still don't know what it is, but it's pretty cool.